to break it down to the 3 components that your customer avatar values the most and why they value those 3 things. So you notice we have 3 blocks of questions. They're the exact same. So we go through this 3 times. And they might value moving towards something, and they might value moving away from something, right? So someone in the weight loss industry would value losing weight, whereas someone in the get ripped space, trying to build muscles, would value adding weight. And it's the same theoretical thing, just 2 different people in 2 different positions in their life. So we want to go through with your avatar, and I'm going to carry on with mine, the 3 actual items they value most. Now, the word value is a key component in here. People are amazingly compelled to do things that are in alignment with that which they value. There's a book called The Values Factor by Dr. John DeMartini. It's absolutely brilliant. When I listened to it, I realized a ton of my internal motivations and the things that move me and what I value. It's helped me understand my wife and my relationship even better. But ultimately, as far as looking at the world through the eyes of your customer avatar, understanding what they value most and realizing they are always going to do that which is in alignment with their values is one of the keys to long-term success. So if you need a good audiobook, it's a great audiobook, or read it, The Values Factor by John DeMartini. And that's really what you're doing here is you're coming up with what do they value
I'm going to have to check it out.
Their actions are always going to be in alignment with their values. So when your messaging is in alignment with their values, their actions, which is taking the steps you want them to take, opting in, purchasing your products, would therefore be in alignment with their values, and you've removed the most struggling friction point of being out of alignment with their values, okay? This is what rookie marketers do. They don't connect with them on this emotional value level, and now you understand the key to the puzzle, and you've got all the data that you need. So we just jump in and keep going from here. I'm going to get my screen sketch out one more time for this training for us. And at the top, I have all 3 of these. So what outcome does my customer value most? And you remember what drives them is what we ended on last time. So that's really kind of rethinking about this and reorganizing the away from and the towards, the carrot and the stick, and bringing it down to what do they value most. Their values can change at different points in their life. And right now, for my customer avatar, she values more time with family now than anything.
Yeah.
So then, why?
Me too.
Why does she value this? And honestly, I believe it's because the kids are growing up fast. Because she feels like there's a deadline coming. She feels like there's a point approaching when the kids are all gonna.
Yeah, there's only a couple years left with my boys.
She's gonna be empty nested, and I feel like she's confident that she'll be able to really ramp things up in her business. Then she's not too as concerned about that as she is the feeling that at some point in the relatively near future, the bulk of her time with her kids will expire. And that countdown is how she feels. So it's
true. That's what I feel.
Why she values it. So how can I, as an individual doing real estate agent coaching and teaching through courses, help them achieve their exact valued goal?
Yes,
ultimately,
that's what I want to
it's with
know.
my marketing system and my outsourcing training.
I guess it's with me going through the system myself.
Specific modules within your greater course. So if you've created one signature course, it's like your hero product, and that's the one thing you have, you could be referencing that. But some people have multiple different products, and different products are designed to meet different people who have different values and different goals at that point in their life, okay? So it doesn't really matter if marketing outsourcing for me is a component within a larger training or what it is specifically, but that's the piece of the puzzle that I have. So when I'm talking on my sales page through the bullet points about my marketing and outsourcing training, I get to relate.
I have not helped others accomplish this yet.
The thing that my customer avatar values the most. So when I'm talking about the training contains my best marketing and outsourcing, it's going to save you time, and you'll have up to 20 additional hours with your family each and every week.
Man, that's nice.
Nights and weekends when your family's all hanging out and you're locked in the basement doing the work in the office, you'll finally get to spend that time with your family.
Yeah, finally.
My sales messaging
Not yet,
communicates
though.
my product, connects with her on the thing she values most, the likelihood of the transaction goes up by a magnitude. Okay, you catching how this is working? So,
Yep.
have I helped others accomplish this? Honestly, this is a sanity check for me to you of like,
Yeah,
you
no,
really have helped people
I have
get the result
not.
that you're selling, right? So yes, and then what you want to do is you want to name the people you've helped with this here. So again, I'm in hypothetical world, so please give me that freedom of artistic freedom or licensing, if you will. So I'm just going to say Sarah, and why you want to actually list the people here. You need to be collecting testimonials. And if you could think of someone who you've helped that really truly identifies with that customer value, you want to do everything you can to get a written testimonial from them and ultimately work to get a video testimonial from them. I know people who run digital businesses and they've literally flown production companies across the country to sit down with their best customers, to interview their best customers, to get their story out, to use that video as a testimonial. Because the value of a third-party person, right, this lady, Sarah, saying, I had no time, my kids were growing up too fast, my business was out of control, I was overwhelmed, and then I went through Miles's real estate course and the marketing and outsourcing systems that I implemented, boom, that changed everything, and all of a sudden I was able to be there for my kids, I was able to go to the soccer games again, I was able to cook dinners again, and our family got reunited because of this marketing course. And when a third-party person says that, oh, you're in this really powerful stuff, okay? This is incredibly emotionally triggering for the user who's reading your sales letter when it's not you talking about what it's going to do, but when it's someone else talking about what it did for them. It makes it that much more real. So you want to not only say, yes, I did that, but who did you do that with? And then are you in touch with them? Do you have a testimonial from them? Can you get a testimonial from them? You want to go down that path.
Yeah.
And then putting a time frame on it. How long will it take for my customer avatar to put this marketing system and outsourcing system in place? 90 days is what I came up with here. And
oh, like the 90-day challenge? Which I'll put a link in the corner there.
Amounts of time. That really helps the believability of everything, and it can also help us in a variation on our customer commitment statement at the bottom that I'll cover here in a moment. So then I repeat the process, right? So we're going to go with the second one. The second one is more income. Okay, and then the question is why? And ultimately, for my customer avatar, it's two-sided, right? There was the one side was for the kids to get through college without debt. And the other side was kind of the retirement, and then there was kind of this third thing of the beach house. So I'm going to just say financial independence. And I'm going to just go ahead and put a quick note for myself
debt relief.
Here. Beach house and pay college. So then, how can I, the content creator, the product creator, the coach, help them do this? It's with my lead flow system and Facebook ads.
With my journey. Help with my journey.
The systems and brand the systems. So it would probably be worthy, if we were to go one level beyond this hypothetical, for me, if I was actually creating this, to really truly brand this idea of the lead flow system, the bulletproof lead flow system, like give it some sort of just like a catchy name, make it sound like it's a unique thing I invented, that makes it just that much more believable. Have I helped others accomplish this? Yes, Mary and John, I don't know, just making it up at this point. And then obviously work to get those testimonials because you want those testimonials. In your sales letter, in your content. When you talk about this component, right? So in module 3, I teach you my lead flow system, and then module 4 is my Facebook ads. And look at what this did for Mary. And when Mary is telling how these two systems changed her life and got her more income, and she was able to buy the beach house she always dreamt of, or buy rental properties that they're going to retire in. Boy, that's that leverage that just makes everything work from there. How long does it take to set this up? 7 days. In 7 days, it's a shorter time to install essentially a lead capture system and to start running Facebook ads. I mean, that should be an afternoon in theory. So it's a 7-day system here. And you can use this time frame in different aspects of your marketing, but really, truly, you just always want to be committed to specific measurable results in a specific measurable amount of time is the ultimate goal.
Specific measurable
outcome
results.
3, does my customer value the most? They value surviving the recession.
In a time.
Okay? This is an away from thing. Now, this is in response to
that's true.
Timely thing. So
like the pandemic.
Screen, it's August 24, 2019. Not sure exactly when you're watching this, but the fear mongering in mainstream media about the economy essentially going on. The trade wars going on right now. We've got
this was made in
the
2019.
yield curve on the 2 and 10 year bonds have inverted.
And then COVID hit
There's just a lot of
6
hype
months or
around
so
recession right
after.
now. Is that going to happen? Is it not? It doesn't matter. I don't know, but it's relevant right now. This is one of those moments when you need to realize that the values of the individual are going to change. And so this surviving the recession is specific to now, and in 3 years, in 6 months, this might not be relevant, right? The economy
it still kind of is relevant.
Catch fire, blazing, guns blazing again,
and
everything's fine. And in that situation, what she values would change. Something
That's
else
true.
Would
it would change something else, like eating or something.
Number one, why do they value this most? The kids are growing up fast. At some point, she's going to be empty nested, okay? And in that moment in time, when she empty nests, she's going to be in a different position. And she's going to value different things differently. And maybe time with the grandkids, she ain't got no grandkids yet, but when the grandkids are around, you can better believe that more time with family is going to be a lot about the grandkids and about the family reunions at the beach house, et cetera, et cetera. Or it might prove that once the kids are out to college, the more income becomes the number one thing because the college bills are coming in and they really are just striving towards that goal of financial independence.
Okay.
And you might see for her that these two things switch at a certain point in time. And this is just another way that this is kind of an evolution. This is not something you do once and it's over. You always need to be thinking about your customer avatar. In my space, in the Make Money Online world, there's the new platforms that show up. There's TikTok coming up right now. Snapchat was a thing for a while. It disappeared.
Snapchat's still a thing. But you got the new Instagram.
As we all
you got the Meta.
My wife's business
the Metaverse.
Significantly since 2010. What we offer, who we're
Pinterest is still relevant.
Competitors are doing. So we always are reevaluating this. Generally speaking, every 6 months to a year, we're constantly evaluating this. But I mean, man, when we hike and when we go on road trips, we talk about this stuff a lot.
Aww,
so back to the third value here. Surviving the recession is important. So why do they value that most? It's the lifestyle of freedom versus getting a 9-to-5, right? So this was not wanting to go back to a 9-to-5 job.
I do not want to go back to a 9-to-5 job. That's for sure.
Magic system. Doing more value, adding more value to the lives of your past customers. That's always where the next big bump is in your business. So having a referral system that would help her stay in touch with all of her past clients that she's worked with would be important here. And of course, I've helped somebody else with this. We'll say Brian. Got that running. How long will that take? So we're going to say it's 6 months. And that's really because it's the actual lifeline of the cycle, or the life cycle of a client, right? You start reaching out to everybody, you start sending direct mail. It takes 2 or 3 direct mail pieces. They start to get ready to move, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay.
We're 3 months away from signing a listing contract, and then a couple months to sell, so we're 6 months away.
Right.
Again, I'm in the world of hypotheticals on this one a little bit, so I do appreciate your flexibility with this, but I wanted to give you top to bottom an example all the way through and really help you
that's powerful.
The levels
that is
which
powerful.
Analyzing the situation. And
that
again,
is very
there's
powerful.
Always ways to go get data to back this up, right? If you don't know how much the average real estate agent makes, you can go to Google and you can type in how much does the average real estate agent make.
Hey Google, how much does the average real estate agent make?
Tampa, Florida make, and there's websites that are 100% dedicated to aggregating that kind of data. Right? I can go through the Facebook groups, I can go through the forum questions and answers, I can go through LinkedIn groups. There's all kinds of millions of discussions reminding people with each other, sharing their deepest
41,000 according to Fortune magazine.
It's about me taking
per
the time
year.
To find that information.
What?
And to think logically, to
really
take the time to project myself into her life, right? To try to see what her life is like for a day, and really, really empathize with that situation. To really pull the best
this is such powerful stuff.
We do this the best we can to get going, and then from there, you just move forward. based on everything that you've come up from here, and you start to test these ideas through your advertisements, your video titles, your email subject lines, your calls to action, the affiliate products you promote, the different things that you publish, right? The different opt-in pages, the sales pages, etc. You test different headlines based on this data, and you start to see what works.
That's true.
Different language patterns that are in alignment with these different values are what you're testing against each other. So headline A converted at 5%, headline B converted at 10%. Headline A was focused on more income, headline B was focused on more time. And you now have data that backs up the hypothesis that we've come to here. Okay, so that's the tactical stuff, which we talk about in all of the different trainings in here, right? The actual, the advertising trainings and the list building side of the game, that's what you're putting there. But to know what is actually going to compel your people to take action on an emotional level, which is what compels them to take action, that's what we're doing here. Now, at the very end, your customer commitment statement. Now, this is just your kind of statement of who you are, who you help, why you help them, what the big result is for them. And there's a little variation available at the bottom. In fact, this is a very loose template to get you started. You can start simple and feel free to tweak it and adjust it as you want from here.
Okay.
I'll show you one simple tweak. Don't feel like this exact template right here has the magic. It doesn't. Having a customer commitment
that's pretty magical.
Is the actual magic. So
I
help struggling real estate agents.
I help
to build lead generation systems so they can double their deal flow without any expensive or confusing tech.
Yeah, I don't want the expensive without any expensive.
So that would be my kind of out of the box starting point, right? This is who I am.
Or confusing
what I use. So
processes.
this is what I use. I would be able to kind of break this up and chunk this up in a way that I'm able to get it on my website as my declaration of what it's kind of a USP. It's what makes it
confusing
makes
processes
unique.
or tech.
So in this, there's a lot of bits and pieces. So I help, and then when you get to who you help, you want to go beyond the demographic, right? It's not just real estate agents. You help struggling real estate agents. I help listing agents.
I help struggling.
I help independent brokers. You need
moms
to be
and
really
dads.
specific about who you help in this situation. 2, what is the thing you help them with? The tactical, actual thing that you're helping them with. So I help them to build lead generation systems.
I help struggling moms and dads to
by outsourcers, that can be
learn
by
tools and
assistants, or they can
techniques.
just run on tech on their own with minimal input from me. So the system is the thing that's going to offer her more time with family and more income, right? The system does the work in this situation so that they can double their deal flow and without. So the without
so they
is
can
going to
have
allow
extra
you
time
to
with their
leverage
family.
What drives them, right? So they've got the pain and fear and frustration driving. You want to take their biggest frustration out of there. And that biggest frustration that they're kind of trying to avoid, if you sneak it in.
I help struggling moms and dads to learn tools and techniques
you're letting them know
to build their
that you can help them
business.
get their ultimate big desired goal without the thing that frustrates the heck out of them. And when it's pinned together in one sentence with both aspects, right?
So I help struggling moms and dads to learn tools and techniques to build their business so they can have extra time with their family without expensive, confusing processes or technology.
A little variation on this.
How is that?
So instead of without, we can just do in. And you could just say an amount of time, right? So I could say in 90 days.
Oh, in 90 days.
Or
Without expensive or confusing
days.
processes or technologies.
Or I could say in 30 days.
In
right?
6 months.
Now, I need to choose one that's believable. I need to choose one that I've actually done before. I don't want to make a bold promise that I can't back up with proof. Proof is absolutely required for
biggest,
everything, which is why above what we're working on the customer commitment statement in the values worksheet section, you can see I've asked specifically on every one, have you helped others accomplish this? And if so, who? And you need to go get their story, and you need to get the specifics on the time frame, right? If you are claiming you can help somebody lose 20 pounds in 7 days, and you can't actually help somebody lose 20 pounds in 7 days, you're doing no one a service. you're going to create a bad name for yourself. It's never going to work.
I've lost about 100 pounds in about 4 months.
10 pounds in 30 days, and you've done it a dozen or more times over, and you have case studies, you have before and after pictures, you have video testimonials and written testimonials of it. There is your bold promise. And for a lot of people, sometimes knowing that they can lose 10 pounds in 7 days, or in 30 days, is more compelling than the ability to lose 10 pounds without giving up your favorite foods, right? Because maybe giving up the favorite foods, like maybe I don't want to give up pizza, is one of their frustrations. Like, I want to lose weight, but I don't want to give up pizza.
That's
and your
true.
Headline is lose weight without giving up pizza, or lose weight in 30 days.
Yeah.
And then now you have the foundation on an emotional level based on what drives
This
them.
stuff is so good.
To really come up with
I hope you guys go and watch this over and do this for yourself.
Detailed research and some educated guesses. And then we run this as a split test, and then you let the data guide you. And then you start to get these little data points. And then you come back to this, right? And
It's all about the data.
Why did that headline not work? Why did that opt-in page not really work? Well, maybe it was because I used the 30 days, and maybe they really just, they want to lose weight without eating pizza. Maybe I should try that, right? And ultimately, you start to hypothesize, you launch something out, you measure the results, and then you analyze what happened. You create a new hypothesis of what you're going to do to beat what's working best.
Sounds
you then
good.
Send it out to the world. You then analyze what happened, and you then think about, okay, what happened? What am I doing next from here? And it's an ongoing process. My wife and I, as I said multiple times in this, we still do this process over and over and over. We now realize we have many different customer avatars for her business that are in many different places. I know for a fact in the Miles Beckler brand, there's many different customer avatars, from the agency owners who are doing search engine optimization work, to the affiliate marketers, to the experts who are doing coaching and want to do online courses. Those are all actually different avatars.
That's true.
I can go through this process for each and every one of them when I have time, and specifically when I have back-end product offerings that are directly matched to each one of them. But when I've got one hero product and one thing that actually can help every one of those individuals, I simply want to work this from that standpoint, okay? So the customer avatar process does need to be a byproduct of your business model and what you help people with, but it always needs to be mainly focused on those individuals.
Yep.
Your best potential customers, the people you want to work with. I don't want to work with people who think there's a shortcut. I don't want to work
That's
with
true.
people
I've tried to find a shortcut.
and then they're going to go swing in hammocks and they'll retire.
Yeah, no.
Because that's not reality.
That's not reality at all.
Ready to roll up their sleeves and do
Spent
things like
years looking for that reality, and guess what? I never found it.
on helping people. That's why my YouTube videos are designed to show the work. There's no doubt that it takes work when I'm showing you through 500, 600 videos the work that's required.
The work.
Those
That's what I want to do. That's what I'm going to do. The work, so that way you guys can see it working.
I'm very clear that this is a long process to build a real business you could retire with, right? And those messages are very purposeful, right? The way I talk about fake gurus are all very purposeful to essentially separate the people I don't want here from you, because I do want you here, and I do want you to go through this process, and I do want you to be the most committed person to your audience, and I want you to take the time to
I'm going to be committed
where your audience
to my
is on in their
audience
life.
for sure.
What's going on in their life?
All 214 of y'all.
Lives, even if you do B2B, learning and understanding and empathizing with their personal lives, their commutes, where they live, what they deal with on a day-to-day business, getting to work, after work, what they do after work. You'll be amazed at how much their pre-work and post-work activities and goals and dreams and their weekends affect their day-to-day stuff at work.
Yeah.
Because we're all humans, and we bring our humanness from the bedroom to the office and back. And when you honor that, and you connect with those people on that human level, even at a B2B level, that's what really, really moves things forward. I hope you've enjoyed this video.
I loved it. I loved it.
This training series. Be sure to do the work. Take the time. Once you're done, if you want to write it all out and ultimately make your own kind of little diary entry, journal entry. What we do is we keep Word documents in our hard drive, and our Word documents have the actual picture. I actually, like I said, I go to Upsplash and I grab a picture of the person who represents them.
It's Unsplash, but
and then we write out their demographics. We write out what they care about, and we write that all out. And as we learn more about our audience and about our customer avatar based on product offerings that worked, product offerings that didn't.
It's a lot to think about.
Headlines that worked, opt-in headlines that didn't work, from one-on-one conversations, from going to live events and meeting them in person and hearing similar stories pop up over and over and over, from seeing specific comments on YouTube videos, on Facebook posts, on our blog posts, and seeing the patterns within things. We go back to these documents that are on our hard drive and we update them. And we come back to this process and we update.
Okay.
When we get more data that says, you were thinking it was this, but it's actually that motivates them. When we have those data points, we update our customer avatar documents, and then we start to hypothesize. Okay, well, what does that mean? Well, what's going to trigger them? Okay, if that's that, then what is this? And it's just using logic and taking time to empathetically imagine what their life is like. Stop thinking about us and our needs, and I need to sell some courses, and I need to grow my list.
Yeah.
Start thinking, they have goals.
That's right.
They have dreams. They have family members. They have coworkers.
What are your goals and dreams if you're watching this, if you made it this far?
What's their dominant emotion during their day? When you understand that, you know where to meet them, and you know what things are going to help them get what they want, and you know what they're running away from. So you know how to craft opt-in reports and opt-in videos and opt-in offers that are going to get very high conversion rates because you understand what drives them. Okay, you're going to learn how to craft offers, paid offers for membership programs, for courses, for coaching programs, for live events that compel them to sign up and refer their friends because you connect with them on that level. Those who get this right win. Those who ignore this, those who don't do the work, and those who just really never thought about their people in this way, they don't build long-term businesses. Now you have the key to success. I thank you very much for your time. Again, I hope this has been super helpful, and I look forward to connecting with you on the next training. Until we meet again, be well.
All right, I want to thank you for watching. Wow, that was amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. If you would like to know more, fortunately, I'm just documenting my journey, showing you my work, just keeping myself accountable for that. I would like for you to go over to milesbeckler.com, go over to his website, say hello, and keep going. Don't stop. Oh, also, click the link to the 90-day challenge.